All right, my friend had a guy, Billy Ray Band, I think. He was a good guy. He posts a lot of comments on the channel, and I appreciate that. He challenges me to some degree, not in a negative way. He just says, hey, a different point of view, which I appreciate it. He posted a comment today that said, according to Social Security, the average benefit for a husband and wife retiring at 67 is $22,000. And I want to see that study or that paper because I could go over it. Just that makes no sense to me whatsoever. Again, the average is, look, the average Social Security benefit is completely meaningless because the average benefit assumes some guy who's 95 years old who's been on Social Security for 30 years. Those days that he was doing that are so far gone relative to you, it's meaningless. So if this is the average benefit for someone retiring today at 67, that's different. If it's the average Social Security benefit in general, that is completely meaningless. And I want to show you why. This is nuts. So anyway, and my man Billy, I'm not bagging on you. I'm just saying we got to talk about this because I guarantee you aren't the only one who thinks this way. And it's unfortunate. All right. So we're going to go over this. We're going to say we have a guy, old Josh. He made $30,000 a year of indexed earnings. And that means this year I made $30,000. Last year was 29, last year was 28 for 30 years. So I started working when I was 25 years old, and I quit working, we'll just say at 55. So I only have 30 years of index earnings, all right? So when I was 25, I was making, I don't know, $8,000, which is index earnings until today. So I was literally making, that's the equivalent of about $15 an hour over the course of my life. In today's numbers, by the way. So that's not, in 30 years ago, that's 1989. That's not $30,000 back then. It's probably $10,000. All right, so you see where I'm going with here. We are using an indexed amount, and the average indexed amount for old Josh has 30 years is $30,000. We're going to say that. So what we do is we times 30,000 by the 30 years I actually worked, and that gives us $900,000 of total indexed earnings. And again, index earnings, we start with a certain amount in 1982, 1992, 2002, and we inflate it according to what Social Security inflates it for us. And that gives us this total indexed earnings. All right. So we take 900,000, divide by 420, because there's 35 years for Social Security. They take your top 35 years, of which we only have 30, but it doesn't matter because we only have 30. We have 5 goose eggs. We get 5 zeros because we have 30 years of earnings. We don't have 35, but it still divides your total index earnings by the 420 months, i.e. the 35 years of earnings. So we got 30 years with $30,000 and we got 5 years with goose eggs, all right? So that gives us $2,142 as our AIME, our average index monthly earnings. We go over here to the current bend points, put 2,142. The first 926, we times that 90%, which gives us $833. The next 1216, we times that 32%, which gives us $389. And our PIA was at $1,222. That's our PIA. All right, we'll just say spouse gets half of that for simplicity, and 1222 divided by 2 is $611. All right, so we take 122 plus 611 plus 1222. And our total benefit in this case is $1,833. $1,833. We're going to times that by 12 to get an idea how much we get per month or per year. And our total benefit is $22,000, which is exactly what Billy Ray Band said. So, in this case, I mean, just thinking of the absurdity of this, the idea that there's a husband and a wife, only one made any kind of money, and he only made $30,000 for the entirety of his working career, right? And he only worked 30 years. In that case, that person is $22,000 between he and his wife, with his wife getting the full, the spousal benefit. Just, look, man, as much as the wages haven't kept up with inflation, we think this is not typical. I mean, it's just not. This is on the low end of the scale. It just really is. $30,000 a year for a household is not an average. It's not even close to the median. It's half the median. And even if that were, you're still getting $22,000 right there. I just showed you. I just proved it to you. So in this case, the guy never made more than $15 an hour in today's numbers. He only worked for 30 years. In this case, he and his wife get $22,000 in Social Security benefit. This is not the average benefit. It's just not. It's not the average benefit that you are going to look at. Now, you might want to say it's the average benefit because the average benefit per household today what Social Security pays is probably close to that because we got Grandpa Jones who's still getting a benefit at 95 years old, but it has nothing to do with you. He's already in the system, already claiming. The averages on Social Security payout is meaningless. All right, so let's do a couple things. Let's say instead of 30 years, he worked for 35 years, all right? So now we got 35 years. So instead of having those 5 goose eggs, we have, we have 30,000 for the entirety of the Social Security, which is 35 years. All right, let me just make that a little bit better. So now we got 30,000 times 35. That's 1.05 million, all right? So in this case, he makes 1.05 million divided by 420. And we got 2,500 is his AIME. So we haven't increased our earnings at all. We've just worked an extra 5 years. So now we go over here, release that. 2,500. The first 926 is times that 0.9%. That doesn't change. So 2,500 minus 926 equals 1,574 times by 3.2. All right. I mean, the thing is, guys, once you learn how to run these numbers, you'll say, oh, that's pretty easy to do. It is. You just got to practice. It takes practice. 503. All right. So 833 plus 503. 1336 a month is his PIA. And if we divide by 2 to get his spouse's, will be half of that at her full retirement age for her spousal benefit. Again, this assumes she made no income. It's 668. Their total benefit plus 1336 is $2,000 a month, which equals roughly $24K a year. All right. So this now, they've increased their benefit by $2,000 a year by working an extra 5 years. Now, I've talked about, is that worth it to do or not? I mean, I don't think so. But there you can quickly see, if he only made $30,000, spouse made, literally $30,000 for the household. Over the course of his working life, he worked till he's 60. That's 35 years. And he waited until he's at full retirement age to take the benefit. That's going to be $24,000. There you go. So that's, that's not $22,000. It's just not. It's more than that. Let's say he averaged $40,000 a year, and we'll do it for 35 years again. So we'll say he, 30 to 65. It literally doesn't matter. It just matters how many years he earned and what the average earning was for each of those years. And we can run, and then after that, it's 35 years. So 40,000 years, again, it's not even the median household income. It is not. The median household income is $60,000, which means 50% of the people make more, 50% of the people make less. So to use anything below that, you have to have a reason. And again, the average in this regard is not the reason for sure. So let's take our trusty calculator. Now he made $40,000 for 35 years, so 40 times 35, and now he's got 1.4 million. Divide that by 420. All right, oops. Divide by 420. Sorry about that. Divide by 420. That's 3333. Oops. Divide by 420. 420. 3333. Come over here for his bend points. Get rid of this guy right here. And 3333 minus 926 equals, 3333 minus 926 equals 2,407. Times that by 0.32. Times 0.32. 770. 770 plus 833 is 1603. All right, so we got 1603 as his PIA. We're just going to say 802 for simplicity. 802 plus 1603. 2,400 is going to be there. 2,400 is going to be their monthly payment times 12. That's 28,862 a year. All right, again, this isn't rocket science, my friends. It's just basic mathematics. The point about this is, why would you ever use averages? Why? It makes no sense to use averages when it comes to your own retirement planning. I just don't get it. Forget the stupid rules of thumb. Forget the stupid averages. Use what you have. You have a record. Not to use your own record doesn't make any sense. I don't care what the average is. I care what you have. So in this case, at full retirement age, they get $28,860. If they wait, we'll say their full retirement age is 67. They wait, $28,862. They wait for 3 years to get the full delayed earnings credits. They will get $28,862 times 1.24. It'll be $35,788. All right, so if they wait till they're 70, they'll get $35,788. All right, that's an 8. If they take it earlier, $28,862, they'll get $20,203. Now, my man said they retired at 67, so they're not getting early benefit or an early withholding simply because they're doing it at 67. That's according to this guy saying, according to Social Security, and it's simply not true. There's just no truth to this whatsoever. And again, I'm not saying people are lying. I'm just saying they're getting confused using the averages. Don't use the averages. It drives me up the wall. Does that mean you shouldn't? I mean, look, man, if you want to do whatever you want, I don't care. Save more money. I'm fine with that. But the industry has allowed us to be this horrific naysayers that say, oh my goodness, I just listened to a lady right now from Canada saying you need 1.8 million. I'm like, what the hell? I'm sick of that crap. You don't need 1.8 million. Should you have 1.8 million? Yes. Should we all? Yes. Who does? Nobody. So that means we all got to work till we're 95 years old? No. So in this case, at $40,000 a year for 35 years, spouse didn't make anything, by the way. Spouse completely made nothing. They made $1.4 million of total indexed earnings. Divide that by 420. Their average index monthly earnings is $33.33. Come over here to the bend points, the first 926. You times that by 0.9, gives you $833. The next amount beyond up until 5583, in this case is 2,407, times that by 32%, which gives you 770. Put those two together, 1,603. Half of that for your spouse at full retirement age is 802, which means it's roughly a $2,400 a month benefit. You get one of these three things. Wait till you're 70, you get 36,000. Take it at 62, you get 20,000. Take it at full retirement age at 67, you get 29,000. All right, so let's just do a simple number here. $40,000, we're going to do 29,000 divided by 40. That is a 72.5% replacement rate. Another guy saying, how do you get those replacement rates? That seems high. Why? I don't get what. It seems high. The more income you make, the lower your replacement rate is going to be. In this case, $40,000 household income is well below the median average. So these are on the lower side of income. That's just all there is to it. In this case, they're getting over a 70% replacement rate. Remember, they're over the 70% replacement rate. We're not paying any more FICA. We're not paying any more income tax. We're not putting anything in the 401k. I mean, it's just. Anyways, that's my. You can hear my frustration. I'm just watching all these videos. I'm just like, what is this? Why do we keep saying 1.8 million, 1.2 million, 2.4 million? No one has that. I mean, obviously some people have it. The vast majority of Americans don't. So to continue to insinuate this is just, all people are going to do is say, I'm not anywhere near this, so screw it. I'm not going to do anything. And that's the wrong answer. We want you to do something. I want you to save. I want you to have an emergency account. I want you to have a Roth IRA. I want you to maximize your Social Security. I want you to quit your crappy old job and go do something you like where you can enjoy and make money and then come do YouTube videos all the time. I love this stuff, man. I get fired up when I see them. I'm like, yep, there you go. It's a comment. I'm going to talk about that. Not to chastise, but to correct the what's the word I'm looking for? The idea there's some kind of average that you should follow. Not when it comes to Social Security. The averages mean nothing. You have your own record. Start there. Screw everybody else. Look at your average record. Are you married? Yes? Start there. I don't care about anything else. Just what your specific numbers are. That's all that matters when it comes to Social Security. Nothing else matters. All right. As always, want to help the video, help the channel, share the video. Thumbs up. Comments always welcome. Negative comments are fine. You can say, Josh, I disagree with the style stuff. People are like, you talked about it. Look, I'm not changing my style. It's just who I am. So don't comment on the style. I'm not going to change it. The comments of the content's fine. Josh, you're an idiot for that. That's fine. Just, oh, you talk too long, you got booger hanging out of your nose. Look, the style isn't going to, I'm not going to change. This is who I am. There's no way I can change my style. So comments are wonderful. Negative comments are great because it does help me on that. The comments on the style won't, because I just don't care. But certainly comments and share, of course, thumbs up. Smash the thumbs up button. We'll see you next time. Thanks.